have reached Red Steel Toy Collector Review. I'm your man, Red Steel, and today I'll be reviewing SH Figuarts. SH Figuarts Frieza 4th Form. But before I get to the actual review, I just want to go over some of the fantastic details on this packaging. Up front here, you got two display windows showing you both the figure and all the accessories inside. Over here it says SH Figuarts, and along the side here it says Frieza 4th Form. Then down there you have a frill sticker that reads Tamashii Nation Quality. Then over here you have the Funimation logo, and below that you have ages 15 and up. Next to that you have a warning label. Then over here you have a frill sticker that reads Toei Animation Certificate of License Grant. Then over here you have the Dragon Ball Z logo. Then next to that you have the Tamashii Nations logo. Then in the corner here you have the Bandai logo. On the side of the packaging here you have this beautiful montage of the actual figure in various poses, which carries off to the side of the packaging. And below that you have SH Figuarts Frieza 4th Form. The other side of the packaging here you have Frieza 4th Form, and below that again it says SH Figuarts Frieza 4th Form. Then on the back of the packaging here you have all the figures featured. Over here it says Frieza 4th Form. Then down here it says Simple Style and Heroic Action. SH Figuarts is a standard action figure series that uses the art style and technology of Tamashii Nation to pursue character expression through humanoid action. Then up here it says Super Modeling. Master fully crafted sculpt accurately depicts the character form in meticulous detail. Then up here it says Super Modeling. Master fully crafted sculpt accurately depicts the character form in meticulous detail. Then down here it says Super Action. Dynamic articulation enables recreation of iconic action sequences from the anime. SH Figuarts Frieza 4th Form. Frieza was released on July 15, 2022 with the suggested retail price of $34.99 and is available at select retailers. Frieza has multiple points of articulation. His accessories include the 5-star Dragon Ball, 2 optional heads, 6 optional hands, optional cross-arm part, 2 optional feet, and halo. Frieza stands 4.5 inches tall, and he is meant for fans ages 15 and up. With that Frieza on my display table, I just want to go over some of his display features and accessories. First by talking about his halo. And this halo is incredible. I don't know how Bandai accomplished this, but they're able to have like a yellow translucent plastic for the ring right here. And the little stand right here that plugs into Frieza's head is translucent. I don't know if you guys can see it. My camera can really focus in on it. It's really nicely done. In order to put the halo on Frieza's head, you got a little porthole right here. Just take that peg, you push it right into that hole, just like that. And mine doesn't go in too well, sometimes it does. It's really finicky. But now you have Frieza with this halo. And the cool thing about Frieza is, he's not really featured too often in Dragon Ball Z with the halo because he's in the afterlife. And that was more of a feature in the animated series when it was in the anime. But in Super, Frieza is a pretty important character, a centripetal character in Super, and he does sport the halo in most of the series. But I want to take this halo and put it off to the side. The next accessory I'm going to talk about are his optional heads. These optional heads are incredible. I mean the detail. This head right here, you have it where he's kind of powering up. If my camera could focus in on it, right there you can see the vein detail. The veins are bulging out of the side of his head. Really nicely done. And this one appears as if he's withering in pain. I mean, there's a scene in Dragon Ball Z where he's fighting Goku on Namekia where Goku bites his tail and he kind of has that look like, you know, you bit my tail. Let me put him off to the side. In order to interchange his head, you just pop it out and there's a ball socket joint on top of the neck. I mean, there's like a swivel joint too, so, because there's so many points of articulation. On the bottom of the head right here, you have a porthole. And without moving the ball socket around, you kind of want to pop that right into the ball socket, just like that. And now you have Frieza with his head. Very nicely done. And you can't have one of these collectible figures without like tons of interchangeable accessories. And I mean, you get tons of hands. You get the open hand, which I feel maybe he's shooting blasts with his open hand. You have the one where he's doing his finger pointing, and I think that's for one of his power-up moves, one of his energy projectile moves called the Death Ball, where he kind of like points his finger in the air and makes this incredibly huge ball of energy, and it just destroys planets and stuff. Then over here, you got like a semi-pointing finger. I'm not sure what that is. I think that's when he comes out of that big crater after Goku blasts him with the Spirit Bomb, and he's he's pretty crippled. He's got that semi-pointed finger, and you got some regular open hands. And open hands, I mean, all the hand detail is incredible. If I can focus in on it, you get the nail detail, you get the finger detail, palm detail, even got the wrinkles in between the little nubs in the finger right there. Very nicely done. But in order to interchange one of his hands, much like his head, just pop it right out. But in most collectible figures, the wrist you have a ball socket port, and the end of the hand you usually have a little ball socket port or a little peg. Well, with Bandai, they do the opposite. They do the peg on the wrist and the porthole on the fist. In order to interchange the fist, you just plug it right in that porthole, just like that, and now you have his interchangeable hand. Very nicely done. But Freezer also comes with, let me put all this stuff off to the side, also comes with interchangeable feet. And these feet look like they're gripping something, like a rock or maybe someone's face, because he does like to step on people's faces a lot. The same thing. Take his foot, and you pop it right out, and they're on ball socket joints at the end of his ankles. And you want to put his new foot on, you have a ball socket port on the bottom of the foot, and you just plug that right back into place. Very cool. And with Freezer, he's a very nicely detailed figure. Let me put these feet off to the side. But as you can see, the paint detail here, and this is how it appeared on the anime too. I mean, this purple plastic here, or paint, I don't know what it is, but it has this like metallic luster to it. So if you shine to certain angles of the light, you get that shine to it, and it's how it looked in the anime series. Very nicely done. Frieza has lots of points of articulation, and he's very small and sleek. And the only way I could get him to stand is by using his tail. That's why I have his tail positioned in that, in that position. Because he's very off-center, but he's very nicely done, very nicely sculpted. And there's one more accessory I want to go over, and that is crossed arms. In order to put his crossed arms on, at the bicep and shoulder, you get a little peg right there. And just take them out, just like that. Got two little pegs. Bottom of these crossed arms, you got two portholes. You just plug that right into the bicep, and I just popped the head out by accident. Put that back in place, just like that. And you want to go ahead and pop that in. And now you have Frieza with his crossed arms. Now I noticed the last couple of figures I reviewed, or actually Vegeta, I haven't reviewed my Trunks yet, but he also comes with these crossed arms. Really cool feature, because a lot of the villains or the heroes with attitude, they tend to cross their arms a lot. I know Vegeta walks around with his arms crossed, and Trunks does, and now Frieza does. It's a really cool feature. I mean, unfortunately, you can't separate the arms, and I mean, even with the articulation of a lot of these arms, you're unable to cross the arms and make it look good. And every time I pop out his arms, his head comes out of place. Go ahead and try putting his head back into place. And it's really hard because that little, it's like a little hinge joint on top of the neck. So when I push his head on, sometimes it goes inside. So you got to make sure that the ball socket joint is like facing up. But it's very easy to interchange these parts. Very nicely done. But the final accessory I want to go ahead and talk about is the 5-star Dragon Ball. And this Dragon Ball, I mean, I'm a little disappointed in it. I mean, it's nicely done. The orange and it's really cool, and it looks like they have like, I don't know, some metallic detail on the inside. So when you shine to the light, the internal parts of the plastic do shine. But what's upsetting is these stars are painted on the outside. And I've seen the Dragon Balls done in the past where the stars are on the inside, which is how they appear on this TV series and in the manga. but still nicely done. It's out of a very solid plastic. Very cool accessory. You know, now makes me want to collect all 7 of the Dragon Balls. Very nicely done. But Frieza just chock full of articulation. I believe I said 30 points of articulation, but could be more. I mean, you got a hinge joint and a ball socket joint for the tail. You got double jointed knees, elbows, you got shoulder, butterfly. You have the bottom of the collarbone right here. You have the neck, you have the head, the wrists, the ankles. I mean, this figure, you could just pose him in any sort of pose. And I know on the box, they did say that there's like a lot of articulation, so you could almost simulate a lot of the action poses that they had in the anime. And I also have my Goku on hand to do a side-by-side comparison, which is really cool because now you can see the skill detail. And as we know, Frieza was a little munchkin. He was very small, and it was kind of cool what the story they're trying to tell behind Frieza, because someone so small could be so strong. But I mean, with Goku though, he barely came up to Goku's chest. I'm glad they kept that scale going. I mean, Frieza is tiny, but a very nicely done figure. Whoops. But if you guys found any of the information in this review valuable, please like and share this video. Also, if you really enjoy my content, please subscribe to my channel. And while you're there, click the bell to be notified of any future videos. I want to thank you guys for watching Rad Seal's Awesome Toy Collector Review. I'll check you guys out next time.